You know what the weirdest thing is about how, like, for the last year now, so it's been a year, that I put all my beliefs to the side to be able to have a personal one-on-one experience with what the universe has to offer. And what is so weird about this is I don't know, like, I don't have any hard and fast beliefs, which is where I was at the start before I started delving down all these rabbit holes. Like, I'm pretty much open to anything, but I'm not taking on anything unless I have that personal experience. I can still learn from others what their experience is. I can still garner, grab the wisdom from that, learn from other people's mistakes, observe where other people are at. I still love figuring out why people are the way they are, because I try and figure out why I am the way I am. Like, that's been the most interesting journey. It's like, why do I think so differently than everyone else? But it's so so weird. As I was like driving now, going, I don't have any beliefs. I'm sure I do, but it's so weird to not have any beliefs. I know I do. But they're more like grey lead rather than biro. Does that make sense? They're more like, I think we're here to ascend or learn or experience. I think we're each having our own different perspective. That is sort of grey lead beliefs. I think it's not just us that are running the show that are experiencing this, but it's grey lead. I'm so open to being right and wrong, just allowing life to show me. I'm not so carved any direction. And it's more like having a belief that is, as long as I'm living true to myself and I'm not harming other people. Like, that's the sense all the way for all different beliefs, is that following that inner guidance, that because if you go outside of that guidance, there's resistance, fear, confusion, worry. And when you're in it, you're still very adaptable to what is going on. There's no expectations, and no one has to conform to expectations. And that's what you work on. When they're not conforming to your expectations, then you realize you have an expectation. And so it's always working towards understanding your own value system and following your own values, whilst allowing other people to follow their own values and learn from their own lessons, and not trying to be this, supreme perfect being or anything, but doing what's right in your heart. And that if we were all doing that, the world would be completely different. And so that is more of a, I can, hope to not lead by example, but just participate in this experience by example, in then doing the following my own heart to the best of my abilities in this reality that I've been given, in this reality that I'm viewing. And, always trying to be better, do better in myself, to be able to give that permission to other people to do better, be better in themselves. And what was the hardest thing so far over this past year was realizing, because I went from that mentality of If I believe everyone's good and I trust in life, I took that trust a little bit too far. So it's having that vision that not believing everyone is good. Believing everyone is experiencing whatever they're experiencing, doing whatever they feel is best for themselves. Sometimes that may not fit into your value system of what is good and bad and right and wrong and kind or unkind, good or harmful. Because even when you are thinking that you are being kind and loving, it can be taken completely different by someone with a different lens. So understanding humans from that level of everyone's doing the best they can with what they know. They're at where they're at. Everyone's at where they're at. I'm at where I'm at. And that as far as I go, I'm still always taken back to what is my truth? What is my authentic self? What is my values? And I'm still very interested in what I don't know, but it is definitely more of a for entertainment and knowledge base gathering. It's like I'm very interested in it because that's interesting to me and I could put it in there, but it doesn't become my truth unless it actually serves my life, and it never becomes a truth as a absolute truth. It's always in grey lead. It's like, for this level of my life, that definitely sounds like something that would be useful to have in my realm. Just a side ponder. And I've been blabbing for 9 minutes. So this is probably very boring because I didn't feel like I said anything. But I was just observing the fact that I have the lack of beliefs right now. I have a trust in life. It's different now. It's not trusting that everything's good. It's a trusting that, I don't know, it's not trusting that life is good. It's trusting in life itself as being the teacher, as my part in it is to adapt and to grow and to just follow what feels right in my own, and always be carving out the goodness in me and working on that, which is not working on that, but discarding the older beliefs that I had that was causing disharmony in my life. And it's a very strange place to be in that, like, it's so open at the moment. There's like a trust in life, but it's not a trust in the positive experience, which is where I was, love everyone, we're here to help everyone. I think we are here to help everyone, help each other and all that kind of stuff, but know where other people are at. And if they're not living in the same integrity and values that you do, then discerning whether it's a good idea to pursue loving everyone to those that at the moment, in whatever lens they're viewing, whatever they're experiencing, is not, it's like working out where your values are and going, you know what, while you're in that, you're experiencing that, go for it. But I want to experience what feels good in my heart. And it's such a mind flip from where I was when I was trying to raise the vibrations and trying to make everybody happy and trying to be excited when everybody was dense. It was too extreme for where I was at, and it wasn't taken in the same light that it was given. Like, and I barged forth anyway, and I pushed ahead anyway because I thought that was my role. So it's very much safer for me to realize that my role is just following my inner truth, following my heart, and not like love heart, but heart as in heart as in my soul, you know, that kind of heart, rather than thinking that I'm here to save everyone. And that, yeah, if I just keep on working on myself and just keep living in my own integrity and keeping true to my own values and not changing myself to sacrifice myself for the, you know, the cause of thinking that I'm here to save people, you know. Like, it took me ages to uncrack that because of where I was at in my headspace. Wow, you know, it's not like it was wrong way of living, but experiencing that, I was like, wow, no wonder I was living, always attracting souls to be troubled souls, because, you know, like, as happy la 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 that I was a troubled soul, because I was kind of delusional in where I was going, and it really has taken a long time. More, you know, because it was so getting rid of that belief that we're here to and love each other, and I still believe that we're here to love each other. I still believe that we're here to be kind to each other, but I now know that there are places that I don't belong in this reality, and that I'm not here to force any change or push any change. You know, that everyone needs to be at where they're at. I need to be at where I'm at. No one can push me, and I can't push them. I have to live true to my values, and then always be, you know, working out where I've put myself that that I can be more authentically myself without disturbing other people's experience of what they're experiencing. Whereas before, I think that I was also fearlessly and enthusiastically trying to say that this is who I am, and, you know, I want to be authentically myself, so this is who I am. But I was so in denial about my ego. Yeah, in denial about my ego, because I thought that that was my authentic self, and it was, because I only am my authentic self in any moment. It was my authentic me then, but it was also very domineering, excessive, uncomfortable for others. It wasn't harmonious. It wasn't trying to have compassion for where other people were at, even though I totally was thinking that I was feeling their pain, and when I'm feeling their pain, it's my duty to heal them from that pain and bring them up to my high, you know. So there's a middle ground where you've got to reach your own center, and my center was skewed because I thought my center was higher than what it was. So anytime I wasn't feeling that high, I was always trying to reach that high. Yeah, so very big change of beliefs over the last year, and still integrating, but everything I've learned also has been so helpful, and there is this calm now. There's an inner peace there, and life is still, you know, testing me, but I'm more able to adapt to what life is giving me now. So I have more coping skills with things that are outside of what I expected, which was everybody to be happy, which was everybody to be healthy, which was everybody to be like that unhealthy expectation, an impossible expectation, because everybody is at where they're at, and I was at where I was at. And even though I knew these words when I was speaking before that, I wasn't realizing that I wasn't living them, because it's only been a gradual realization of where I have, not brought about, but not seen my mirror in how other people react to me, because I thought there was, they were hiding their real selves, so I was being my real self, so that was fine. But now that I'm way more aware of who I am and my authenticness and my boundaries that I don't want to cross, then I can be less high and less low. And, I think even a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago or whatever, I was like, oh, but I also miss the high. Like, I miss being that. But I can still be that if I'm in that environment where that is not disharmonious. Because what I want, my value is harmony. My value is that people aren't suffering. And I don't want to be the cause of other people's suffering, because I'm pushing their buttons, but they're not ready to they're not ready to be pushed, because right now they're in that space of healing whatever they're going through, because everybody's always faced with their life opportunities to be there, be better, do better themselves. So it's really coming to understand that everyone's doing what they can for themselves, and some of them are very selfish, but it's mostly because we are blind to a lot of things. But this grey-led place of awareness is an interesting way to be. I want to have some kind of concrete biro beliefs, and maybe I do. I just it was interesting to observe my grey lead right now. Oh my god, now I've made this really long. Bye.